Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So again we're looking at Succinct or the proof token itself. I did cover it when it launched, so I thought I should make an update video on this. This video will mostly focus on its price section. I did say that it was a pretty good support zone around 1.13 and 94 cent, and as you can see here it actually ended up working out. So before that we'll talk about some of the recent updates that they did, and after that we'll look at its price and where the proof could be headed as of now. Now if we talk about the recent development, the first one would be the biggest one, that is that Upbit Korea basically ended up announcing the listing for the proof token. Now the reason this is really big, because usually the biggest volume, these tokens or these tokens with a massive move usually have a biggest volume, and that is on Upbit usually. So as you can see here, as of now if we look here, the biggest volume that the proof has is on the Upbit with over 424 hour volume, which is like 49% of its total volume, so in the last 24 hours, which is big I think. So because of that the token ended up going up, as you can see, from $1. Now I think that was the biggest news, but there was another news that may have pushed this token from, like, I think from 1.23. So basically their team just dropped a massive bomb in this clip. Basically this David guy says that Succinct Labs is working on something really big, and no other competitor seems to be working on that. So I think that could be the massive thing that may have pushed the token because of that hype. I'm not sure what that is, but I think once they do unveil it, it could be a big thing. Anyways, now after that there was a post from the layer 0. Proof net moves natively on ETH and BNB since it's available on ETH and BNB, as you can see here. So basically they have a bridge that they are supporting, and beside that they also had this announcement on from the frontiers. As you can see here, they were basically explaining what the network is and why it matters and what is the real-time proving. So nothing beside that, and that may have been one of the reasons why the token start to go up as well. So these were the different news that I want to talk about. Now let's talk about the token itself. So if you don't know what it is, basically Succinct is a decentralized proof of network that makes zero knowledge easy for everyone. I'm not going in depth, I have already covered the token. I will just link that video here, somewhere around here. And they have like 35 plus partners, 4 billion plus TVL secured, which is a lot I would say. And if you look at the recent news, they have had a lot of you can say a lot of integrations, as you can see, that are using the Succinct network. So I would say that's pretty good. Now if we talk about the tokenomics, that is things get real interesting. So if we look at market cap, it's like 286, which is a lot I would say again for a new project. And if this momentum continues, I think the coin could actually end up hitting or end up retesting around new all-time high. So if you remember Kaito, the Kaito is a different project. It has a different mechanism, but I think it seems to be following the exact price action as the Kaito did. So if we just open the Kaito, this is how it looks like. I will just show you just a second. So this is Kaito. When basically the token ended up launching, it went as low, it went from 2.9 to as low as 68 cents, but after that it actually ended up recovering. The proof doesn't have that exact same price action, but it seems like that it's similar. So as of now, I would be expecting, I think if this momentum continues, I would be looking at like 1.92. If it breaks that resistance, we could be heading for a new all-time high, of course. but as of now this is a very strong resistance, and beside that there is also this resistance that it does need to cross. So again I would be looking at like 1.61 to 1.53. if it flips this resistance, I think it will most likely go between 1.92 or 1.81. That is another that is next line of resistance that it has, and there is nothing in between. So if it does breaks above this resistance around 1.61, I would be looking at a surge as high as like 1.91 to 1.82. Now that being said, the proof token does have a tokenomics, as you can see here. So if you are concerned or you bought like somewhere around here or somewhere around 1.9 or 1.8, the token does have a pretty good tokenomics, I would say. So the next token unlock will happen in July of 2026. So that means between now and July there won't be any additional sell pressure from the investors, core contributors, ecosystem and other things. So I think that's pretty good. As of now, the Succinct Foundation could sell some of their tokens like for the purpose of operations and other things, but they don't have anything else beside that. So I think overall the tokenomics is really good as of now, at least for now, and after 1 year we'll see what happens. But as of now I think there won't be any additional sell pressure, and that could be fueling this rally as well. But again I think once it flips this resistance, it will most likely go as high as 1.92. But there is another thing that I would also be looking at. If we just look at this trend line seems to be a bit too steep, I would say. So as I was saying, I think this trend line seems to be a bit too steep, so I would like it to make some kind of correction. Like I think it can do this as well. So it can basically correct itself around 1.28 as of now. That is pretty much possibility, and after that it can make and do the breakout as well. So as of now I would be looking at if it doesn't breaks below this trend line, which would be this purple one, I think it will most likely go towards 1.92. If it does makes correction and it goes below this trend line, which would be the purple one, I think it will most likely make and do the correction till 1.31, or even 1.2 or 28 is a possibility, or 1.35 is a possibility. But if the hype goes down and the token starts to go down, and the buyers who actually basically bought somewhere around $1 starts to sell their tokens, I think the coin again does have a pretty good buy zone, which is around 1.1 to 93 cent, and I think this is a pretty good entry point for the token, especially if you're planning to hold it for like 1 year. So I would be looking at 1.05 or 94 cent, and if we see a massive crash from the Ethereum, we could actually go as low as 88 to 74 cent as well. Anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.